What's going on? This is Meta Danny. Welcome to another video on this channel where we will be taking a look at some Pokemon Go battles right here in the Great League. I hope you're having a great time looking at some of these games that we're playing. I think I've discovered my absolute favorite team right now, so I can't wait to share it with you. But in the meantime, I hope that you've managed to do the things with the Giratinas that are out there. I did manage to catch myself a shiny Giratina altered, not with the best IVs for Master League, but pretty good IVs for Ultra League, so I'm quite excited. This shiny Giratina over here, I hope you got yours as well. What a terrible throw. But anyway, let me take this time to introduce you to my new team. I've grinded up for this team. It's taken me a long time, but I think I'm finally happy with what I have so far. Alright, so in the lead, we're going to have a new addition to the team. It is Shiftry, the dark and grass Pokemon that is the final evolution of Seedot. I think it's fast become one of my favorite Pokemon in the Go Battle League for Great League. Absolutely love it. It generates energy so fast and it hits so hard. But of course it's so glassy. It's going to be running Snarl, which is one of the fastest energy generating moves in the game. Then of course it's going to run Leaf Blade and Foul Play as its charge moves. That's a grass and dark move that gives good cover over there. Then we're going to have a brand new addition to my team, and check the flex. It's a shiny Altaria. Finally, I found a Swablu nest, managed to catch up on the candies that I was missing, and I managed to get myself a shiny Swablu as well. And it's going to be running Dragon Breath, Sky Attack, and Dragon Pulse. And of course, as a safe switch in the back, the trusty Azumaril running Bubble, Ice Beam, and Hydro Pump. So I'm quite happy with this team. Let's see how it performs in the Go Battle League, shall we? So I had a couple of practice games, but this was my first real usage of the team in the Go Battle League. So let's see how it does. Alright, so we're going to start the games right here. And I think you're going to see just how incredible this team is. It's so good. It really is. Alright, so we're going to start off here with Shiftry against Matthias JRRRRRRRRR. Alright, so they bring in Umbreon. Now, I'm going to be able to generate or get to my Leaf Blades much faster than Umbreon. But I am very glassy, so almost any move he throws at me is going to hit me quite hard. So I throw a Leaf Blade quickly, then swap out into Altaria, into Azumaril, my safe switch. They bring in a Ferrothorn. A little bit of a tough situation to face, but no problem. We're going to stay in the game here. Ferrothorn throws Power Whip, which really decimates the health of my Azumaril, but I'm able to get to a second Ice Beam, which will either take a shield or bring this Ferrothorn to really low health, which is the second. It brings it to pretty low health. I decide at this point to shield because I'm thinking, yo, switch advantage, because I want to make sure that my Shiftry and my Altaria get to the right people. I'm able to bubble down and I'm able to throw an Ice Beam straight away, so I know I'm able to take away a shield, which is pretty cool. They bring in Altaria. Shiftry is going to be a good counter to Altaria. Altaria is a legendary psychic Pokemon, extremely bulky, and it has access to fast move Psycho Cut, which generates energy pretty quickly, as well as Confusion, but most people have Psycho Cut on there. And then the charge moves, including Aurora Beam, Moon Blast, Psycho Boost. They switch back into their Umbreon. I tank that Dark Pulse. They really should be throwing Foul Plays or Last Resorts over there, and I quickly switch into my Altaria. The reason I do that is because my Altaria is going to have a pretty tough time against their Cresselia because of that Moon Blast. So I figure let me use my Altaria to take out this Umbreon, and then my Shiftry will have a pretty good matchup against that Cresselia in the back. Alright, so that's my reasoning over there. So I'm able to take one shield. I've already used up both my shields. This will likely take me out. Yes, it does. And then I'm able to come in and generate a little bit of energy with two Snarls, and then throw a Leaf Blade that will take out that Umbreon there. They still have a shield, so what I'm going to do is I'm going straight for the Foul Play, just in case they think I'm baiting, and I know I'll be able to get to another Dark Pulse before they can throw a move. And that should be a good game for the first one. Hits so hard. Listen, it literally takes 3 Snarls to get to a Leaf Blade. That's all. I love Shiftry. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Loving this team right now. So first win, okay. Let's get into our next game right now. We are going to be going up against Manuel G9424. All right, Manuel. As you can see, my rating has gone pretty far down. All right, Registeel. This is how I'm playing against Registeel. I'm going to stay in the game. I'm going to throw a Foul Play because I know Registeel is not going to shield. No one shields their Registeel. And it chunks away quite a bit of that damage. I'm going to shield. I know I'm going to be able to outpace this Registeel. So what I'm going to do now is because I see that he might potentially be panicking, that, yo, that actually took quite a bit of health from my Registeel. He might likely shield this, so I'm going to throw Leaf Blades from here on out. Even though they're resisted, they're still going to do quite a bit of damage. I get to another foul play, because I don't think he's going to double shield his Registeel. And look at that. Yes, I'm down a shield, but I'm able to take out this Registeel with my Shiftry. This is incredible. He shields, so I quickly switch, or I try to switch, but it doesn't quite work out. So anyway, amazingly, it doesn't completely destroy my Shiftry, but pretty much end of it. So this is good. I've taken out his Registeel. Registeel is the best Pokemon in the Great League, guys. So if I'm able to take out your Registeel and we've matched shields, and I've actually got a little bit of an NG advantage, I'm considering this a win. Alright, so big shout out to Shiftry for doing that to Registeel. Now it's the Azumaril mirror match. If he has Play Rough, it's going to be tough for me. But my goal here is my Altaria in the back cannot face this Azumaril. So no matter what, I have to get as much health as possible from this Azumaril using my own Azumaril. So for some reason he throws Ice Beam here. If he had just kept on going straight Play Roughs, maybe he was thinking I would throw a charge move then switch out. So he just wanted to catch me quickly. Nope, he really should have just stuck to Play Roughs. But anyway, I managed to get him in the red. His Play Rough is going to take me out. It's a little bit tricky right now because I don't think I'll be able to Dragon Breath down, but because he threw his energy, I'm able to get to my Sky Attack before he's able to get to Ice Beam. And whew! Because Ice Beam would have almost taken me out. This is a bit tricky because I thought this is game over, because normally Whiscash is running Blizzard, and Blizzard will one-shot my Altaria. It's double super effective against Dragon and Flying, but he threw a Mud Bomb, which is absolutely not what you should be doing. He's able to spam these Mud Bombs, so at this point I'm like, yo, okay, I'm gonna go straight for my Dragon Breath and get as much health from you as possible. At this point, it took a while for him to charge up, so I was like, okay, he's learned his lesson, he's throwing a Blizzard now. Nope. Turns out he doesn't have Blizzard, he has Water Pulse. Listen, if you have a Whiscash, you need to absolutely run Mud Bomb and Blizzard for this scenario, because Altarias are plenty. They're plenty in the Great League. Anyway, so we win that second game because he had the wrong moves. If he had a Blizzard, I'd have lost that one. But anyway, so far so good. We're 2-up with this brand new team of Shiftry, Altaria, and Azumaril. One thing that you may notice is this team is quite weak to Charmers. Because Shiftry is going to be weak to any Charmers, as Altaria is also going to be weak to Charmers. Charmers, by the way, if you're wondering, refer to Fairy-type Pokemon that are running the move Charm, the fast move Charm, which chunks away damage. So here we see another match of Shiftry against Umbreon. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to stay in because we know we outpace Umbreon, even though it's running Snarl as well. It's going to take 4 Snarls to get to Foul Play, whereas I take 3 Snarls to get to a Leaf Blade. He's running Dark Pulse, actually. Again, you really should be running Foul Play because the advantage of Umbreon is its bulk and it's the quickness with which it gets to its moves. Now, they bring in a Melmetal. Now, I figured they're not going to shield their Melmetal simply because, you know, it's a pretty tanky Pokemon, but they do. So that's pretty much going to be the end of my Azumaril. No problem. I've taken away a shield. In comes Shiftry. Shiftry is going to be able to spam those moves, and I've got a shield advantage, so woohoo! So Shiftry drops a shield, I throw a Leaf Blade to get their last shield, which actually works out perfectly, and I'm able to get to a Foul Play really quick. If you're not familiar with Shiftry, I get the feeling that at this point you're like, wait, what? How's it at another move already? That's just how Shiftry works. Alright, in comes Umbreon again. I'm going to resist Umbreon's moves, unless it runs Last Resort, which is not an incredibly powerful move, so it's fine as well. But I want to switch into my Altaria, just so I can use Dragon Breath to farm down. It didn't quite work, so I go all the way up to a Leaf Blade because I know their Snarls are going to do nothing to my Shiftry. And then I go switch into my Altaria. Dark Pulse doesn't do that much. They bring in their Azumaril, which was a little bit dangerous, but it's a good thing I did this because if I'd kept my Shiftry in, basically I would have taken out that Umbreon or come close to taking it out. But then I wouldn't have a Shiftry in the back to deal with this Azumaril. But for now, I know I've got a Leaf Blade stored, so all I got to do with my Altaria is take as much health as possible. This is more than enough health for me to be able to deal with that Azumaril with my Shiftry. So In comes my Shiftry. It's got a shield just in case this Azumaril was going to reach an Ice Beam, and I drop a Leaf Blade, and then I'm able to get to another Leaf Blade and take out that Umbreon. So another win for our third game. Good third game. Absolutely loving this team. And as I'm getting to know it better and better, I'm beginning to realize the strengths and weaknesses. And there's very few things that you're going to struggle against. Charmers are definitely a thing, but if you can make sure that the Charmer faces your Azumaril, and most people won't switch out if you bring in your Azumaril. If you bring in your Azumaril to face that Charmer and chunk it down as much as possible, you can still get away with it. So we have an excellent lead over here. Gastrodon being water and ground. I believe it's ground. I think it's water and ground. At least I think so. They bring in their Charmer, perfect, because I would have struggled with the Charmer in the back, so I make sure that I bring in my Azumaril to go up against this Fairy-type Pokemon. Now, no matter what, my Azumaril needs to take out this Clefable. So I already know that. So I'm going to shield up whatever move he throws at me. Normally I wouldn't have shielded up my Azumaril. Yeah, I'm able to throw another Ice Beam. If he shields, I'm going to shield as well. But thankfully I take out that Clefable. They bring in Torterra, running Razor Leaf. No worries, Altaria is there to take it out. There's nothing that Torterra can really do against this Altaria. It's double resisted against that Razor Leaf, and they realize that. So they quit the game. And we get a good fourth win. Oh, on a roll right now with this brand new team. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. The final game against Voni 26. We're going to be facing Articuno. Ooh, a shiny Articuno too. Flex. All right. So Articuno has the move Icy Wind. Icy Wind reduces your attack. So my goal is to get to a Leaf Blade as quickly as possible. I honestly should have just gone for a foul play. That would have taken a lot more health. But I didn't know if... I don't know how many moves it takes to get to Icy Wind, so I just did it just in case. They switch into their Gardevoir, and at this point I realize, oh no, I'm screwed. Because Articuno is good against Shiftry and Altaria, and Gardevoir is good against Shiftry and Altaria. So my Azumaril is not going to be able to take out both. So at this point, I realize that, well, this game is pretty much over. They use both shields on their Gardevoir. It's a Shadow Gardevoir as well. The attack on that is insane. Just look what it does to my Altaria, just with charms alone. It doesn't have any shields, but it doesn't need them. I don't think I'm even going to be able to get to... I don't know why I didn't just throw the Sky Attack, but at this point I knew the game was over, so I didn't really bother. Yeah. You know what? Maybe if I had thrown that Wing Attack and taken out the Gardevoir, and then thrown a Dark Pulse, but either way there was a Pokemon in the back, so yeah. So that was a tough fourth game. Sometimes, of course, you're going to come across a team that just destroys yours. You'll never have the perfect team, and that's fine. So we get a Dino as our reward, which is great. Dino eventually is going to become the Hydreigon, which is a great Dark and Dragon Pokemon. So I'm really happy that I got one. And we increase our rank, finally get above 1900 again. And this is a team that I'm hoping to use again. Absolutely love this team. I think that I'm going to have quite a few 5-0 sweeps using this team. I think so. Let's see what happens. All right, so that's been another video over here. My recommendation... Listen, you absolutely need to have an Altaria. It's so good in the Great League. And even though everyone's running Azumaril, and Azumaril is a hard counter for Altaria, against everything else, it's going to do really well. Even against the Steel types. Altaria, of course, it's going to lose to Registeel, for example, but you're still going to be able to get quite a bit of damage. Same with Bastiodon. You're going to lose to Bastiodon, but you'll still be able to chunk away quite a bit of damage with that Dragon Breath. So Altaria is a great Pokemon. And Shiftry... Right now, Shiftry is my favorite in the Great League, I have to say. All right, Meta Danny signing out. I'll see you in the next video.